I wasted my first 2 months solving the wrong problem. If you don't go through this mistake yourself, I don't think anyone can truly prepare you for them. They cost me time, they cost me money, and they completely changed the way I think about the food industry. So when I just started my food business, I would think about the most important things about the food industry is about your product. The priority about your product is the ingredients. You must have a good taste. Then your packaging, the fancy packaging. When people look at it, people want to buy it. Then it comes with logo. You have to have a really good logo that people can easily identify you on the market. Until today, I just realized I was totally wrong. I was big wrong in the first place. The most important things about food industry is never be your product. The priority is regulation. Now let me tell you why. Listen carefully. Everything I mentioned before, the product, the ingredient, the packaging, the logo, all of these things is not for you to do at first place. Putting in other words, you are not going to make it perfect at your first place. Don't spend too much time at the beginning to think about how I'm gonna make a good flavor, how I'm gonna make a good logo, how to make the packaging good. No, you should do that, but it's not at your first stage. Because when you're starting to selling your product, you got plenty of time to make it good. And every product is not perfectly at first place. It takes time. Now let's talk about the regulation. If we are going to do the business in the food industry, especially in the meat area, this one will help you a lot and it will help you save a lot of money because I already paid the tuition fees for the whole process. So in the California, if you want to do the business about meat processing, make the meat product, you have two ways. Number one is commercial kitchen. And then number two, factory. There's commercial kitchen and factory. But the regulation under these two ways is totally different. If you want to operate your business in the commercial kitchen, then you will deal with the County Department of Public Health, CDPH. So for my kitchen, it's in LA County. It's the LA County Department of Public Health. Then, if you want to operate a factory, you will be under the USDA. United States Department of Agriculture, or CDFA, California Department of Food and Agriculture. So the CDPH and the USDA and CDFA, they have totally different regulatory. So the reason why I'm saying that is if you didn't choose the right way, the most suitable way for your business, you will waste the time and waste your money a lot. So because I don't know about these whole things, so I've been trapped in the worst situation. Let me tell you what is the worst situation. So for my case, at the beginning, open the factory is too expensive for me. I didn't choose the factory. I choose the commercial kitchen. But when I choose the commercial kitchen and CDPH is coming, so I should be regulatory under the CDPH. But most of the business which operating in the commercial kitchen, they are cooking food. They make the well-done food and selling the food. Or they have some farmers market. They have the lunch cars. They just selling it right away. But for me, what I'm doing is I'm making a sausage. Making the sausage is meat processing business. It's different because what I make is a product. And when I sell this product to the customer, the meat is raw. It has to be cooked. So the commercial kitchen logic is exactly the same as a restaurant. Because I'm doing the meat processing, that makes me have to get another license from the USDA or the CDFA. So the difference between USDA and CDFA is this one is a federal level and this one is a state level. It's different. So USDA will be more strict than the CDFA. But either of it, they are regulatory about the meat processing business. So the result is I'm doing the meat processing business in the commercial kitchen. I need to get two licenses. One is from CDPH and one is from the CDFA. And because of that, there are two regulatory lines on my business. And I also need to pay the application fee for two licenses and the renew fee every year. And there is another important thing for the CDPH, the health department. This one here is when you apply for the county health permit, what they are asking you for. I just put it here for you to know it earlier if you are going to do the business in this area. And it helps you to save some time because you need to prepare all these documents. If you want to operate the factory in California, go with the CDFA. Here is what document the CDFA needs, and you can do some research on it and prepare it earlier. And another big lesson I've been told from CDPH. Whatever you are working in the commercial kitchen or you are open the restaurant, all of your equipment in your kitchen, it has to be ANSI certified for sanitation, which means your equipment must have NSF or ETL or UL logo on it. These are three organizations give the sanitation regulation on the equipment. And if your equipment don't have this logo on it, you will not get the county health permit. But the people will ask, well, I purchased this equipment from somewhere else. It's not in America. So you don't have this. What am I gonna do? I already buy it. Yeah, it's just exactly as a situation as I do. So I purchased all the equipment to my kitchen, and next second I just realized they are nothing to do with this rate. So if this situation happens, you need to go and ask one of the three this organization, let their inspector go to your kitchen to give your equipment a failed evaluation. And it's super expensive. For the NSF, I have 4 equipment. They gave me like over $5,000. For the ETL, they gave me over $6,000. And for the UL, they asked me for $20,000. It sounds crazy, right? It is. This is America. So the best way for you is go purchase the equipment with an NSF or ETL or UL certificate. It will be easier. And another interesting thing about this, but if you are operating the factory, then you don't have to certify about these 3 things. All the equipment in the factory, you don't have to have an NSF or ETL or UL. You just need to show them that your equipment is easy to clean and made by the good material. Once again, because I'm doing the meat processing in the commercial kitchen, so the 2 regulation is punching on my face, and I already wasted lots of time and money because of that. So that's why I want to tell you that what's the difference between these 2 regulations and how you're gonna do your business properly without wasting your money and time. The last thing I want to share with you guys is when you apply for your license, you will be using email to connect with the people from CDPH or the CDFA. You need to ask them. You need to ask them to push them to give you the update. Otherwise, they don't care how long you've been waiting. So you have to push them. Keep asking them, how's my progress? Is there any update? What I should do next? Can you give me some guide? Just ask them and pushing them to give you a result, because they are just super slow and they don't even care that how long you've been waiting and how much money you'll be put. They don't give a shit about that. So it's all about you. You have to respond for your time and money. All of these things I share with you guys here because I don't want you to make the same mistake as I do. So I hope these things can give you some help, and good luck.